Hello, Zedekai1219 here with another overview. This time, I'll be covering the Ice Reaper, Kurosame. As always, thanks to DB for some of the English translating names and Famitsu for all the info I gathered. Without further ado, let's get into this character. Kurosame's skill 1, Ice Blade Slash, is a 7-hit ice melee brief plus HP attack with 150% overflow. It raises the level of the target's inflicted Ice Prison by 1, and it grants him 8 turns of Silent Instructor. This skill has 8 uses in total, and Ice Prison will be covered later. The buff, Silent Instructor, raises the party's max brave and attack by 20% and grants a self-ice enchant effect. While active, Brave Double Plus and HP Double Plus is available to use. Brave Double Plus is a 3-hit Ice Melee Brave attack, while HP Double Plus is a 2-hit Ice Melee Brave plus HP attack with 120% overflow and raises the target's Ice Prison level by 1. Kurosame's skill 2, Multi Blizzaga MIS2, is a 6-hit Ice Group Melee Brave plus HP attack with 150% overflow, a times 1.6 multiplier when attacking a single target, and deals proportional damage. It inflicts 2 levels of Ice Prison, which has a maximum level of 5, on all targets for 6 turns, and the skill has 6 uses in total. The debuff, Ice Prison, lowers speed by 20%, imperils ice, and depending on the level, raises HP damage taken. This value goes from 10% at 1 level up to 30% at 5 levels. As for notable passives, his C54 slightly raises his attack and speed while buffed, his C58 moderately raises max brave and attack while buffed, and his C68 slightly raises attack and max brave. Kurosame's LD, Absolute Zero, is an 8-hit Ice Group Melee Brief plus HP attack with 150% overflow, a times 1.6 multiplier when attacking a single target, and deals total damage. It inflicts 5 levels of Ice Prison on all targets for 6 turns and grants Warm Gaze for 12 turns. This skill has 3 uses in total. The buff, Warm Gaze, raises the party's attack and stolen brave overflow limit by 20%. The limit breaks raise Kurosame's attack by 30%, and the rest of the limit breaks are shown above. Please pause the video to read them at your own leisure. Kurosame's EX, Ice Reaper, is a 3-hit Ice Group Melee Brief plus HP attack executed twice with a times 1.6 multiplier when attacking a single target. It also deals proportional damage, inflicts 2 levels of Ice Prison on all targets upon the first HP attack, and also grants 4 turns of Ice Pillar. Its recast speed is slightly slow. The buff, Ice Pillar, raises Kurosame's max brave and attack by 20%, and while active, after he attacks a target inflicted with Ice Prison, the follow-up attack, Ice Pillar, is triggered. This attack is a 2-hit Ice Melee Brave plus HP attack, which Brave heals Kurosame by 30% of damage dealt. The limit breaks are shown above. Please pause the video to read at your own leisure. If Kurosame's EX is realized, Ice Reaper's potency is tremendously increased and now has 120% overflow. Additionally, Ice Pillar's duration is increased by 4 turns, now being 8 turns. The bonus sphere obtained from this weapon, Weak Speed Down, inflicts a 20% speed down debuff on the target when hitting weak damage. At 1 out of 3, Kurosame's max brave is raised by 60% and his attack is raised by 40%. At 2 out of 3, he will start out with 8 turns of Silent Instructor, and all targets are inflicted with 2 levels of Ice Prison for 6 turns. At 3 out of 3, the skill's brave hits are increased by 6 with a tremendous potency boost and now has 180% overflow. Ice Pillar's brave hits are increased to 3 with a moderate potency boost and now has 120% overflow. It also unlocks Brave Double Plus and HP Double Plus, which were previously covered. As for artifact recommendations, I would recommend Attack Plus 108 and his C50 Quiet Commander up 2-star, which raises Kurosame's max brave and attack by 5%, while Silent Instructor is active. Max brave plus 330 will be an alternative for his C50 if you are unable to obtain it. Finally, his C65, Brave of Blizzard Slash, is a 2-hit Ice Melee Brave plus HP attack, which Brave heals Kurosame by 50% of damage dealt. It also grants a small attack up effect for 3 turns, and the skill has 3 uses in total. Kurosame makes his debut in DFF role as an Ice Elemental DPS and Enabler with offensive support capabilities. His HP damage up debuff is very useful with Lufenius having increased defense and Brave reduction, and his DPS capabilities, combined with the self-Ice enchant and Ice Imperil from his Ice Prison, make him hit very hard in terms of Brave damage. The only thing locking him out in specific stages is Ice Absorb or stages that are immune to Elemental Imperils, but even then, these types of stages are not very common. Unfortunately, his skill potencies are also quite low without anything backing him up, so I'd recommend bringing other more support-like characters to back him up. I would highly recommend Kurosame if you're in need of an elemental DPS and a character who can raise the HP damage dealt by your party. Oh god damn it, I can't cover you! I've never used you before! Damn it, I just can't do overview on so I've never used! Ugh!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't even think about it.